swell. A bunch of old biddies getting their hair done. Well, let's go.
No, I'll go. You stay here. Something tells me Pruitt's sister is no lover of cops.
Maybe you're right, Holden. I'll wait in the car. You listen to me. Make her talk, one way or the other.
Easy. Come on. Hi, you Miss Pruitt.
Somehow, I don't believe you're my 12 o'clock wash and set.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming.
Listen, I'm here about your brother. I need to talk to you about him. You are Daisy Pruitt, right? Charles Pruitt's sister?
Who wants to know?
Well, I just need to talk to you about him.
My brother's dead.
Well, no, he's not.
Well, he is to me.
Wait. Come on, please, listen. Listen, I'm Charles. I'm a friend of Charles. A real good friend.
You know what? I am going to braid your hair.
Oh, Blair, make me look pretty.
Oh, that's right. You need to look your best. After all, your daughter is becoming a very important person in this town. You should see the way all the ladies at the club kowtow to me. Yep, for years I was at the back of the line, waiting for firsts while everybody else got their second helpings. Now, I'm the one dishing out the goodies.
I'm glad. Blair's very happy.
Happy Blair. And happy Kane. So happy to be here. So, where should I put my stuff, huh?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't recall inviting you to move in.
Well, you didn't. Asa did. So, should I take my old room?
Well, Clint, would you get that, please?
Good morning, Vicky.
Sloan.
May I come in?
Oh,
Is that a yes?
yes, of course it's a yes. Do come in, please.
I was sitting in my typewriter this morning and I realized I haven't done my homework well enough. I thought I would stroll over and take another look at your father's wartime diaries, if that's agreeable.
Well, certainly you're always welcome to use the library. I'm just not sure that this is...
Who's that, Vicky? Is that someone for me? Clint, I came by to use the library.
Oh, yes, the library. Sure do like our library, don't you?
Oh, it's a tremendous resource. So, if you'll excuse me.
I thought you said no more.
You only came to use the library.
Oh, forget the library. I thought you said you weren't going to see him anymore, Vicky.
No, I didn't say that. I said I would talk to him, and I did. I said I would make him understand, and I have.
Oh, really? You could have fooled me.
One Life to Live, brought to you by Children's Tylenol, the one most...
Well, Clint, I didn't know he was coming here today. Yes, I'm a little surprised that he would show up unannounced, but it's not really such a big deal. I never said I was going to totally cut off all contact with him. He's writing my father's biography.
Oh, well, far be it from me to come between you and your father's biography.
Oh, Clint, please, try and understand. He has to have access to the library, to the papers and the diaries.
No. He needs access to you, and from where I stand, he's damn sure got it.
Don't be foolish, please.
Why not? That's the way you're treating me, like a damn fool. And that's the way fools act, isn't it? Foolishly. Buchanan, what is it? How the hell did that happen? Okay, fine. I'll be there. I'll be in the office in 10 minutes. I gotta get my things.
Marcus Aurelius, your father's favorite.
Yes, I know. He used to quote him often.
The leader of the golden age of the Roman Empire. A true warrior philosopher. Execute every act of thy life as though it were the last.
Why did you come here today?
To see you. I know I should have called.
You knew what I would say, so you didn't.
I shouldn't have come. But, Vicky, I couldn't stay away.
Come on, Mother. It's time for your television program.
Oh, my show!
Yes, now you go on up. I'll be up in a little while. I suggest you put your things back in the car, Kane, and look for more suitable lodging. Now, if you will excuse me.
Oh, if I may be so bold, Blair, it was Asa who invited me here. See, that way I can watch your company round the clock.
Round the clock. You don't need rest.
I sleep with my eyes open.
I imagine you have to, given the company that you've kept. Well, I really appreciate your interest in my business, Kane, but if I want 24-hour devotion, I'll get myself a St. Bernard.
Well, then, I'll just wear a keg around my neck. That way you and Ace are both happy, okay?
Rough.
Yes, very good. Speaking of which, where is the old man? I'm supposed to meet him here. We're supposed to discuss the company logo.
My company's logo is not up to you. And if there are any ideas to be heard, I want to hear them.
Okay. Well, how about this one? A black widow spider crawling up a highball glass. Huh?
I think it's about time that the three of us had a little talk.
Well, I wouldn't bother, Blair, because, see, Asa excluded you from this meeting because, well, he doesn't want you to exert yourself now that you're in a family way.
Oh.
Better you should be knitting booties from now on.
Right. Well, whatever I do or do not do during my pregnancy is absolutely none of your business.
Well, Blair, see, your business is my business.
Well, we'll just see about that.
If I know Asa, and I do know Asa, you've got total bed rest in your future. And, you know, once you're grounded, who do you think it is going to take up the slack, huh?
Dream on, Kane. For one, no one is going to ground me. In fact, I plan to continue working right up to the delivery room if necessary. So, remember this. I am still president of Blair Daimler Enterprises. And if you do anything to freeze me out of any part of it, you're going to be out on your ear.
Please, Blair, I'm at your service, madam. I'm only following orders. Having this meeting was Ace's idea.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was my idea?
I was just telling Blair you're full of so many good ideas.
You're getting a little full there, sweetheart.
We were just discussing the future.
The future?
Of Blair's company. It seems limitless.
I told you. He's just the man to watch the store while you're taking it easy.
Oh, yes, he's just raring to go, all right. But, you know, Kane, we wouldn't want to exploit your energy, so, you go on upstairs and unpack, and I'll have a cold plate sent up to you.
Oh, hey, I can unpack later, and I'm not hungry. I'm just ready to get to work, okay?
But, you know, sometimes a husband and a wife, they just need a little private time. Well, you can understand that, can't you, Kane?
Come on back, please. Listen, I have reason to believe that Charles may be in danger, and I think I can help him.
Look, that's all I'm going to. What do you think you're doing?
Nothing. Just calm down.
Then get your foot out of my door, unless you've got a warrant. I've had enough cops swarming around here.
Listen, no, I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. My name is Max Holden. Your brother worked for me in Pennsylvania.
You hired Charlie? Just what kind of work are we talking about here?
Look, when I hired him, or should I say when my partner hired him, I did not know he'd escaped from prison, and now he's kidnapped my partner.
Kidnapped him?
Well, it's a her, and her name is Luna Moody, and she's more than a partner. She is my friend. She's a real good friend. And here, listen, if you'll just take a look at her face, you'll see that she is a real good person.
What is this? Some kind of sick joke.
What do you mean?
This looks just like my brother's dead wife. So what are you trying to pull here,
Look, I'm not trying to pull anything. All right, listen, I've seen a picture of Deborah Whiteheart, and I know that this looks just like her. The resemblance is amazing. It's scary. But this is my friend, Luna Moody. And she's out there somewhere with your brother. And I need to find her.
Forget it. I'm through with Charlie. I did everything I could for him, and now I've washed my hands of him. So you just go on. Look, if you keep this up, mister, I am going to call the cops.
Look, I'm not asking you to help him, okay? I'm asking you to save an innocent woman's life. Please, you've got to help me. Otherwise, your brother's going to have another notch on his belt, and you're going to have an innocent woman's blood on your hands.
Well, I am going to get back to work.
Now. All work and no play makes Blair a very dull girl.
Dull? Are you trying to tell me that I have changed just because I'm pregnant?
You're reading things into what I said.
Well, now, you're the one who said that I could run a company while bouncing a baby on my knee.
You've got a point there, honey. I do run a lot of companies, and here I am bouncing you on my knee.
My point exactly.
You have got a lot of fire inside you that nothing's going to put out. But for the sake of that little Buchanan growing inside, couldn't you slow down a little, honey, till a kid's born?
Well, Asa, really, if you think that I'm going to slow down just as Blair Dabler Enterprises gets underway, you don't know me very well at all.
I only know you as much as you let me know you.
Well, I just think that you're making a big fuss about nothing. I mean, just think of all the peasant women throughout history who have laid down in the fields, let nature run its course, and then, boom, back to work with their babies strapped on their backs.
I don't know how to break this to you, Blair, but you're no peasant, and you're not built like a peasant, and you don't have peasant tastes. As far as I can see, you prefer cake over bread.
Oh, yes, I mean, I know what I want, and I want what's mine, and you promised me this company, and there is no way that I'm going to let Kane Rogan, or you, for that matter, force me onto the sidelines.
Remember this, Blair. You can't always have your cake and eat it. Not at the same time, anyway.
Really? You know, I think you'd be surprised at how many things I can do at the same time.
Andrew, I think of you as a man of insight when it comes to human nature. So could you please help me figure out why Blair has been doing what she's been doing? I mean, I just don't buy her sudden peace offerings.
Peace offerings? Tell me more.
Well, you know what I mean. Here she is. She gives Cassie a job and then gets lovey-dovey with me.
Uh-huh. That's a problem?
The problem is that Blair Daimler could be Mother Teresa, and I still wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her.
Dorian, let me ask you something here. What kind of an investment do you have in holding on to your anger towards Blair? Now, you got to admit, Blair's had a rough life.
Oh, so it's all right for her to make everyone else's life rough?
No, but why don't you try a little forgiveness?
Listen, even if I could come to terms with the way she treated me, I still have to account for the way she broke up Renee and Asa's marriage, for what she's doing to Addie.
Well, look, now, I'm not in the business of judging people, and I think what happened in the marriage, that's between Asa and Renee and Blair. As far as Addie's concerned, she loves Addie very much, and I'm not counseling forgiveness here for Blair's sake as much as I am for yours.
Excuse me?
I love Cassie. You're her mother. That means I care about you a great deal. I want to see you, move past bitterness.
Andrew, it is very hard not to be bitter when Blair is using my sister as a bargaining chip. I mean, dangling visitation rights over my head.
Wait a minute. Now, how do you know that she's manipulating you? And how do you know that this so-called bargaining chip isn't an overture, a first step towards burying the hatchet? And you can't see it for what it is because of the bitterness. I say, talk to her. give her a chance. And more important, give yourself a chance.
I really don't know what to say to you. I thought we had an understanding.
No, Vicky, I don't understand anything.
Then I must try and explain it to you once again. When we met yesterday, I tried to tell you it is too difficult for me to see you right now. Look, there are so many things going on in my life, and this complication...
Is that what I am to you, a complication, Vicky?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you are a complication. I'm sorry, but you are.
Well, I shouldn't have come. I know it was presumptuous of me.
Yes, it was. You can't do this. You cannot come here unannounced and uninvited and then pretend it has to do with Marcus Aurelius.
You're right. I should have called.
No. No, you shouldn't have called. You shouldn't have come.
Of course, you're right. You're right. You're always right.
No, I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm wrong. I'm horribly wrong.
Vicky, I'm a military man. I've always been in control, disciplined. I've always believed that if I get up early, I do my exercises, everything will go as it should go. But it doesn't, you know. It hasn't. And now I have this heart problem.
You what?
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I have this problem with my heart. It won't do what I tell it to do. It won't let me stay away from you. And you say we can only be friends. Do you mean that?
Don't ask me to answer that.
Or do you have trouble with your heart too, my dear Vicky?
Oh, don't, please. Please, please don't ask me. Don't ask me to say something that I will regret for the rest of my life. Please don't.
You don't have to say a thing. I can see it in your eyes.
No, you cannot. There is nothing there to see. Nothing.
All right. I'll go.
No, please don't go. I don't want this to become a scene. Just continue with what you were doing. Just continue with Marcus Aurelius, but please, don't come here anymore when I'm home. Please.
My dear, dear Vicky.
Two towns, one fatal connection.
You betrayed me.
I'm sorry.
She thought he was a friend.
I wish I could believe that.
Until she crossed enemy lines.
Hello? I just need you. Tell me what happened.
Can Dinah Lee find the strength
Who did this to you?
to stop the terror?
Carter. It was Carter, wasn't it?
What psycho that did it to you, huh? Isn't he the one that did it to you?
Loving all my children. Evil knows no boundaries.
It's like he must have searched far and wide.
You'd have to find someone like Luna.
That's how it all started with Deborah Whiteheart, you know.
What do you mean?
Charlie saw her picture in the newspaper. Lord, he couldn't have been more than 17, 18 years old at the time. I remember clear as yesterday how he came up to me with the News and Observer and said, "See here, Daisy? This is the most beautiful girl in the world." From there on in, he made it his business to find out everything he could about Deborah. We used to laugh at him. Been reading in the society pages about your girlfriend again, Charlie? But he knew what he wanted.
How'd they meet?
It was the 4th of July. There she was, driving down State Street in a silver coupe, covered with red roses, with a tiara on her head. Miss Independent. A real firecracker, that one.
I take it you didn't like Deborah Whiteheart too much.
I never knew her. All I knew is that Charlie had his sights set on her, and he wasn't going to give it up until they walked down the aisle together. You all thought he was nuts. Give it up, Charlie. Her daddy owns half the state, and you don't have a pot to... But he wouldn't give it up. That boy wouldn't be stopped. He even got a job at the tobacco factory working for her daddy. And sure enough, he got his prize all right. And kept it for a year. Till he killed her.
Why? If he wanted her so much.
Well, now, that's the big question, isn't it? Like, if I knew the answer to why men do what they do, I wouldn't be sitting here with a drawer full of pills and a bed full of nothing.
Maybe he didn't kill her.
Oh, no, he killed her all right. He could be mean as a hungry dog sometimes. I believe he did it. The question is, will he do it again?
You know something, Blair Buchanan? You never cease to amaze me.
Yep, that's my job.
No, here you are, with all the money you'll ever need, social position, about to become a mother, and you're dying to get back to work.
Back to work? Asa, I haven't left.
Blair, you're carrying our baby, don't you understand? It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Who cares about business? Businesses are a dime a dozen. For crying out loud, I buy and sell corporations like most men buy and sell cars.
But this business is different, Asa. It's my business.
Whoa, I mean, could you slow down your ambition a little bit, couldn't you? Look what I did. I gave up whiskey once I found out when having a baby. You could give up a little.
Asa, we're talking about a pregnancy, not New Year's resolutions.
Don't be a wise guy, Blair. I want you to think about and enjoy that little baby growing inside you.
Baby?
Oh, Lordy, enter Ophelia, the wacko scene.
Is your program over already? Where's the baby? Well, Mother, I am gonna have a baby. Oh, Blair, we're gonna have a baby. I had a baby once upon a time. Yeah. Come on, Mother. Let's go upstairs. No one's ever gonna hurt our baby, Blair. No one's ever gonna take away our baby.
Here we go again.
Asa, please.
Please what? He's our baby. Our babies.
No.
And don't worry, Granny. We'll cart you out every now and then to see him, but don't you get any ideas.
Asa, why must you set her off like this?
Because she sets me off, that's why.
No, you go away. You tell him to go away. It's okay, Mother. Now, come on, let's just go upstairs, okay? This is our baby, mine and Blair's, my baby.
Oh, woman, it's mine.
No, it's not. Get away. Get away. It's okay. Shh. My baby. My baby. It's okay. Shh.
Well, General, leaving already?
Yes, I want to thank you for letting me invade your home like this. It was really gracious of you.
Gracious? Well, that's my middle name.
These diaries here are crucial to my work.
Well, those diaries are, well, they belong to my wife. It was her decision to make them available to you. I had nothing to do with it.
I understand. I'd better call it a day. It's time for my midday constitutional.
Well, you know, frankly, General, I don't give a tinker's damn about your constitutional or your sherry hour or whatever you do in your personal life. And by the same token, I don't want you involved in my personal life. You understand?
No, I'm not sure I do.
Well, let me spell it out for you. I don't think you came over here to find out if Victor Lord liked marmalade or strawberry jam on his toast in the morning. You came over here to see Vicky, didn't you?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Well, let me make it perfectly clear. Are you or are you not in love with my wife.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
On the next Oprah, sexually abused by a priest.
Have you talked to Vicky about this?
What I speak to about with my wife is none of your business. Let's just stick with the question. Are you in love with my wife?
You are a straight shooter, Buchanan.
Oh, look, I'm not asking for a critique, General. I'm simply asking for the truth.
I think this is something you should discuss with Vicky.
Oh, come on. Come on, you have been insinuating yourself into our lives for some time now. First with your alleged book.
It's hardly alleged.
Yeah, and then getting Vicky mixed up in this hornet's nest surrounding your son.
Are you suggesting I use my son's problems to get closer to Vicky?
I am suggesting that you simply answer the question. Are you in love with my wife?
All right, here's the truth, Buchanan. You have married a truly wonderful woman. I hope you know how lucky you are.
Oh, don't worry about me,
I
General.
hope I don't have to worry about you. I hope you do appreciate the fine, strong woman you married. The gallant woman whose friendship I cherish.
Listen, buddy. I don't need any pep talk from you on how to conduct my marriage. And let me tell you something else. This fancy talk is not about to pull the wool over my eyes. Now, maybe I didn't go to the fancy schools that you did. And while you were sitting around enjoying your little gentleman's army, I was just another grunt spooning K-rations out of a tin can. But I did learn one thing, General. A gentleman does not try to sleep with another man's wife.
Stop it. Please stop it. I can't believe I'm hearing this in my own house.
I'm sorry, Vicky.
No, I'm sorry.
I hope you are. Your accusations are totally unfounded. So, will you please excuse us?
Of course.
What is going on here?
Why don't you tell me? For once and for all, why don't you tell me just what the hell is going on around here?
Nurse? Nurse! Where the sandhill is she?
She probably left like all the others you scared away. So this is the way you've been treating my sister?
And who the hell are you, the International Red Cross?
You make me sick.
Really? Spare me, Dorian. I've done more than any man could do. You try and book a honeymoon suite with an adjoining padded cell.
Stop it!
If I had my way, this woman right here would be in the next train to Shady Acres. But I can't do anything about it. Blair's the boss.
Thank you. I'd like that put on a plaque.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. As soon as our son is born, your mama here better clean up her act. Because she's not going to be loose around any of my kids, you hear?
You know, this is just what I was afraid of.
Dorian, please. You are only making things worse.
Worse? Oh, Blair, how could they be worse? Just look at what you've done. Open your eyes and look at what you've done.
Well, hold on a minute here. Let's back up. What makes you think your brother would kill a cat?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I had no right saying what I did. I don't even know why he did what he did to his wife in the first place. But it spooks me plenty knowing he's found himself a dead ringer for a dead woman.
What would you say? He loved Deborah Whiteheart?
You know what I'd say, Mr.
Holden.
Mr. Holden? I'd say Charlie didn't just love Deborah. He had a kind of an obsession with her.
Even before he met her, right?
Yeah, it's like he studied her, like if he could have kept her in a jar or something, he would have been happy.
He studied her like how?
Well, he found out everything he could about her. Her favorite foods, rare steak and devil's food cake. The color clothes she wore. He used to cut out her pictures and paste them up on his mirror.
What about poetry and songwriting stuff?
Yeah, well, he played the harmonica, and then he started writing songs for her. Songs about her that he'd send her. I think it flattered her. That's why she went out with him.
Like the songs he wrote for Luna.
Come to think of it, ever since Charlie was a kid, if he wanted something to happen, he'd make it happen. And he wanted Deborah Whiteheart to happen more than anything. he made up his mind that he was going to live with her at Raven Point. That's the family plantation. And then Raven Point became like a disease that got hold of him.
When they got to Raven Point, were they happy?
I don't know. I didn't see much of him after that. I never went to Raven Point, and Raven Point never came to me. Guess I wasn't good enough.
But your brother was. Good enough?
Oh, right. Good enough for Marcus Whiteheart's precious little princess. My hunch is that little Miss Princess wanted to throw Big Daddy's nose out of joint. And that's why she brought Charlie into the picture. I bet Whiteheart made life for Charlie such hell that one day he just flipped out and took Deborah away from Whiteheart forever.
How could he do that to someone he loved?
I think he did it out of love. Just a sick one. What about your friend? Did she love Charlie?
No. I think he forced her to go with him.
Charlie'll love her. She looks just like Deborah. That's why he wants her with him. Do to her what he did to the other one.
Hey, Dad. General. Dad. Hey. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You want some now?
Yes. Sure enough.
You sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Cassie?
Cassie's okay. I'm okay.
Good.
Listen, Dad, you didn't have anything to do with that little romantic trap that Dorian set up for Cassie and me, did you?
No. Innocent.
Yeah.
I told her it was a harebrained idea, but she wouldn't listen.
Yeah. Well, listening's not Dorian's strong suit.
I get that impression. So tell me, what's happening with the Douglas boy? Is he still staying?
Yeah, he's over at Land Fair with Joey, and Vicky's running interference with the Douglases. Boy, she's good at that. You know, I ought to take lessons from her on how to counsel people. Okay, you're not even in the same room with me here. What is wrong? Is it the treatment? Is that what's happening?
No, the treatment is going very successfully. I've been officially pronounced in remission.
Fantastic. Why didn't you tell me?
I just did.
You know what I mean. Okay, now something is wrong. You are not behaving like a man who's been given a new lease on life. What is it?
I think I should just go home.
Wait, now, Dad, is it that Vicky's back in town? Is that you're not still holding on to a hope,
I
are
should
you?
not have told you about my
Well,
feelings
now, wait,
about her from the very start. Will you just listen to me now
Don't
and
jump
listen
all over
good.
me here. Okay, I'm listening.
My feelings for Victoria Buchanan are not to be discussed. You understand? I don't want you to talk about Vicky. Just worry about your own love life. Don't focus on mine.
The only thing that is going on is that I love you. Now, why won't you believe me? How can I convince you of that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
You keep pulling away from me. Now, I'm right, aren't I? Last night you pushed me away. Now you're pushing me away. And all the time you're accusing me of having secret romantic feelings for somebody else, feelings that I have told you they're not there.
Aren't you kind of overdoing this denial routine?
How dare you speak to me that way? You know perfectly well that you and my children are the most important things in my life. Clint, you are my center. I don't think I could live without you. Look at me, Clint. Please look at me. Clint, you and I, we made a family. We are a family. We have a family. Why can't you put these suspicions aside?
How? How can I put them aside when Sloan Carpenter does everything he can to keep this thing alive? Hell, he stops by this house as if it were his.
We've never sounded like this before.
Well, maybe we've never had to sound like this before.
But we don't now. Please, Clint, please believe me.
Look, worst case scenarios are not going to help my friend. You know how your brother thinks. Now, do you have any idea where he could be headed?
Hard to say. Charlie's hard to figure.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, when I first heard he'd escaped, I stayed up nights. I kept the lights on in the front room, thinking he might turn up.
I thought you said you two were on the outs.
Oh, come on, mister. Family is family. I practically raised the kid ever since Mama started failing. Charlie and me. We watched her dying together. That brings people close no matter what happens after.
You show up after you escaped?
Uh-uh. But the cops sure did. They were around here thick as flies on watermelon.
What do you figure happened to him?
Well, he probably left the country. He always wanted to see the world.
He didn't leave the country. He's around here somewhere. He was in Virginia within the last few days.
Well, then there's only one place he could be headed.
Raven Point.
Seniors, you can take off 30% at any of...
Oh. What are you looking at?
I don't know. There's something about molasses on ham and eggs at this time of day.
Hungry, okay? So, what'd you find out in the system?
As far as she's concerned, there's no question about it. Swade, or should I say Pruitt, is headed back to White Hart City.
To the scene of the crime with the new and next Deborah Whitehart.
You want to cut that talk?
Sorry. If the sister's right, then Pruitt's even crazier than I always figured. And that's not good news for your girlfriend.
Then what are we sitting here for? You stop shoveling food in your face. Let's get out of here.
How is Addie?
She's resting finally.
Tell me, is this a regular thing around here?
No, Dorian, this is not a regular thing.
Because I recall from our court appearances that you promised to get your mother wonderful care. Is this the wonderful care, Blair? I mean, Asa terrorizing Addie into hysteria and then dosing her with narcotics?
I honestly think you are overreacting.
Oh, no. No, I'm not. I'm underreacting. You see, I should have fought that custody battle until my knuckles were bleeding, but I didn't. I backed off. I will not make the same mistake twice.
Oh, no, what does that mean?
It means that it's quite obvious that you can't handle the needs of your mother. But I can. You see, I see now that Addie needs clean, safe, and stable hospital care.
You don't know what you're talking about, Dorian. Just stay out of it, okay? You've come on a bad day. That's all.
A bad day? That's what I say when the maid doesn't show up. Not after what I just witnessed. The ugliness.
Listen to me, Dorian. I will not have it. I would sooner turn this place into a hospital than sign papers to lock her up again. Yes, I would hire 24-hour doctors, 24-hour nurses, whatever she needs, but I will not see her locked up in another filthy hellhole.
Blair, you don't understand. I know you love your mother. She is dangerous to herself and dangerous to others.
No, it's not true.
Yes,
Stop it.
Yes, it is. I have seen her hurt herself. I have seen her take a piece of glass.
I said stop it!
The next time, it's going to be someone else. She has already hurt me, Blair. I wouldn't want to see her hurt you. I wouldn't want her to hurt your baby. And furthermore, I will not allow it.
How can I believe you? I've seen the way you and Sloan look at each other as if you had something to hide. Well, let me ask you again. Is it true? Do you have something to hide?
Is that what you think? That I'm lying to you? Have I ever lied to you?
I don't know, have you?
I don't know what to say to you. I've told you the truth. You don't believe me. There is nothing more I can say.
There is plenty more that you could say. You could say that you are never, ever going to see Sloan Carpenter again. Ever.
Stop it.
Stop what? Hell, all I'm asking you to do is to stop this thing that's going on between the two of you, whatever it might be.
There is nothing going on between us.
Well, then it ought to be pretty easy to stop it, shouldn't it? Just tell him to do his research in the public library. It's free, which is a lot better than this arrangement, which happens to be taking a pretty heavy toll, Vicky.
Do you have any idea what you're doing to me?
Frankly, no, I don't.
Your suspicions suggest that you think I am capable of having an affair.
Strikes a nerve, doesn't it?
You think by quarantining Sloan, it's going to cure the sickness between you and me? No, I don't think so. Sure, I can bar Sloan from this house. I can turn my head and avoid looking at him when I see him in the country club. But if I did any of that, it would simply suggest that I have something that I should be ashamed of or feel guilty about. And I will not have that.
Oh, come on. Spare me. Now, what have you been doing? Taking lessons from Andrew Carpenter about being so high-minded that you can't make a simple statement of truth?
All right, what's the truth? What are the magic words that are going to make everything right between you and me?
I'll tell you the magic words. Tell Sloan Carpenter to stay away, to get lost. Tell him to stay away from you and away from our home and out of our lives. I want you to send him that message any way you can send it, by letter, telegram, or Pony Express, just as long as he gets it. And if you can't send it to him, then you're sending another message to me, Vicky. Damn loud and damn clear.
This is Charles Gibson. Tomorrow, Governor Bill Clinton, where does he stand on education and welfare reform? And it was meant to save lives, but how reliable is your smoke alarm? Find out tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Next, will Marco's latest discovery be the key to Jenny's secret past? Stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News brief next.
Dominique and I sort of accidentally got married in Las Vegas. We didn't even know we were in love. But now she wants a divorce. Sometimes there's a look in her eyes and I think, maybe I got a chance.
Take a chance on love with Scotty and Dominique on General Hospital.